Have you thought at all about what that moment when you hear your name, when it's official, what that is sort of going to mean to you?
Yeah. When you think about, when you dream and you think about something so precise for so many years, it almost feels real, and it feels like you can touch it. But so it's really so important to me, and it's gonna be the moment it happens, it's gonna be like a dream.
Yeah. I don't know what your status is for Summer League, but there's been some discourse and discussion in the NBA Twitter world about how many games you're going to play next year. And obviously, Tommy brought it up. Didn't miss a game this season. I brought it up. A lot of guys would have shut it down after Vegas. And in some ways, you're going to the organization that invented load management.
Really?
Yeah, they pretty much did. I mean, they used to get in trouble. They used to get in trouble because they would have like back-to-backs, and they'd get a TNT nationally televised game, and Pop would tell Manu and Tim to go back to San Antonio, and then they'd show up and Patty Mills would drop 38, So have you sort of thought at all or had discussions with San Antonio just about like what the expectation is for availability?
I haven't talked about anything like this, but I'm gonna play the most games. I know most players, most important players, they rest 5 to 10 games a year, maybe. I don't know. I'm just glad to be here. I'm still curious to know how it works over there. Right now, I don't know anything, man. I don't know anything about how it works in the NBA. So I'm gonna stay humble and curious and just wait and learn as much as I can.
What are you most curious about in terms of how the NBA works? What the daily life is like? What are you kind of like? Oh, that I don't know that. I'm very curious about that.
How players are actually, like, there's so much, like, logistically, there's so much to take care about. To care about in like a team organization or how to take care of players and stuff. And I'm wondering how it all works together, like between the travels, the hotels, how to practice and stuff. But I'm still, one thing I wonder is how many players actually work by themselves during the year, because there's so many games. Maybe they rest every days between games. I don't know.
Yeah, typically, I mean, at least how I operated, how I think most guys operate. You like look for a true off day every now and then, but in season, a true off day oftentimes is doing all the stuff you're talking about that you do before and after practice. Like it might involve doing a lift or getting in the cold plunge or being on the training table for an hour getting treatment on whatever is, nagging at you. But there's you'll see 82 games is a lot, and it moves very quickly. And so there's days like where you're like, you know what, maybe I don't touch a basketball today, but it's not like it's like twice a week that you're doing that. Even if you have 4 games that week, you're still going in and getting your extra shots up. Do you have a specific either, pre-game workout, post-practice workout, off-day workout on the court? And just in terms of like the skill, like the skill development piece, is there something that you're like consistent with in terms of what you're working on?
So I got like my warm-up routine, even though it evolves throughout the year. I got it and I know it by heart. But other than that, it's like most of the time I focus more on lifting, and being ready, being physically ready. And when I'm done, I practice whatever I need to practice. It just changes all the time.
Victor, I think this might be, it's not a question I wrote down, but I think this is probably my favorite question I could ask you today, 2 days before the draft. Because you talked about being free in the universe, and you're coming into this draft and next season with expectations and pressure. what are your expectations of yourself for next year?
Obviously, as a competitor, I always want to win, but as I told you before, I don't know it all about the NBA. I don't know everything. I don't know anything. So I can't say I want to win the championship right now, even though I'm gonna be willing to win every game. But the true thing I wanna do ASAP is learn every day how to do it and how to actually win. Because I know players have tried to win the NBA for 15 years and haven't made it. Haven't done it. And it's just I know it's gonna be hard. And so I want to learn as quick as possible.
Are there specific basketball, whether it's, maybe improving your 3-point percentage, are there specific things you want to attack this year that, once we get through all the craziness and all the hype and everything like that, and you get back just to basketball, that you think you're really going to focus on?
The one thing I really want to focus on is like being able to be intense the whole game. Because often this is about like through conditioning and stuff. I'm a get better at this, but I don't get tired. Like I get tired a little bit too quick, I think.
If you want, you can come to the Hamptons this summer and do some track workouts with me.
Yeah,
because that was my shit. That was my shit.
Definitely.
I was had to be. It was for me to be good. I had to be
just running around.
in insane shape. I had to be in insane shape. I'll put you on a program. Don't worry.
Got it.